What's up, friends? Welcome back to the channel. Hi if you're new here. Hi if you're not. My name's Danielle. I make a ton of content here on YouTube, specifically discussing, debunking, talking about the problematic or, in my opinion, questionable behavior found in the life, spiritual, and business coaching spaces. Today, we're going to get back to some of my more OG reaction content. Now, I will say, before we get into it, we're mostly reacting to screenshots of like written text. So if you have TikTok videos or Instagram reels specifically that you want me to react to, please send those to the reaction form linked down below. I want to say a big thank you to the individual who requested this specific video in the subreddit. If you're not in the Danielle Ryan subreddit, I will make sure that it's linked down below and you can come and join us there and request whatever videos you want me to make. Without further ado, that's enough talking from me. Let's go ahead and jump into the first piece of content. Before we get started, shout out to the channel VIP members. Thank you so much for being here, as well as Harrison, Tom, Suzanne, and Zorify in the billionaire tier. If you're interested in joining the channel membership, you can click the join button down below to learn more. Okay, so I recently made a folder on my desktop titled WTF, and I've just been throwing all of this content in here as I take screenshots while I'm scrolling Instagram. So this first one I actually believe was sent to me. If you sent this to me, thank you. If no one sent this to me, I guess I'm losing my mind. But here's what it reads. Anything we discuss on this channel is not about the individual so much as what it is they're saying. So I've just cropped it so that you can't see her face or her handle. And basically it reads, if you always get nothing from programs and coaching you purchase, you are the problem. Oh boy. This is one of my favorite arguments, the personal responsibility piece, if you will. Let's read the caption and then we'll have a discussion. Either you are choosing to purchase the wrong thing at the wrong time, maybe you're more advanced and needing more support, or maybe you're not quite ready for the information or transformation you invested in. Maybe you think you already know everything, or maybe you aren't actually doing the work. Either way, take the responsibility to fix the issue. There is always something to learn. Bookmark and share. Okay, so I really hate this argument for a few reasons. You can let me know how you feel about it in the comments. This actually came up in a Reddit thread that I replied to today, in which a individual was sharing their experience buying into a very famous coach's 200K program. If you know, you know. I will link that specific thread in the description. But essentially, this person goes on to explain how they purchased multiple rounds of this program. It wasn't what they expected. When they asked for a refund, they were basically stonewalled and weren't given a refund. And in that same post, they indicate that they take personal responsibility for the investment. Now, if you are new here, or maybe you're not entirely familiar with the lore of the coaching industry, there is a very specific lineage of coaches, if you will, that really buy into this idea that you are responsible for the commitments you make, and that if you buy a coaching program and it's not what you expected, it's your job to take responsibility for making a bad investment. Personally, I hate this perspective for a number of reasons. One of them being that a lot of the times when people buy into coaching programs, they're convinced to make these purchases from a really vulnerable place. Like, I always use my own examples because I can only speak from my own experience, but I have spoken with upwards of 100 different people who have shared similar stories. And I know in the case of me, when I hired my first business coach who didn't deliver what she had promised, I was sold into that program as someone with no business experience, wanting someone to show me the ropes, being promised that she was going to kind of like hold my hand and guide me through my ability to build a business, right? And so I don't think the responsibility then falls on me for making that investment when I am literally being sold something that is not what is being delivered. And so if you're curious, I did reply on that specific Reddit thread. You can go and read it there. I won't waste your time reading it here in case you've already seen it. But in general, in relation to this specific Instagram post, I just really hate this idea that if you're buying into programs or courses or any kind of online offer and you're not getting results, or you're not getting whatever the outcome was that was promised, in some cases, sure, you can't buy an online course in how to cut your lawn and then suddenly, just because you bought the course, you think your lawn's just going to be cut, right? You have to do the work of learning how to cut your lawn in order to make it happen. So I understand when you buy things and don't implement, but I'm talking about Programs that sell you on outcome XYZ, you go in, you show up for the calls, you do the work, as they say, and you're still not getting results. In my opinion, oftentimes that's likely because the results that are being promised are something that that coach can't actually guarantee. It's misleading and it's very dishonest, in my opinion, but I would love to hear what you think in the comments down below. Okay, next up, we have some Instagram story screenshots from someone who I believe is selling master resale rights courses. If you're not familiar with master resale rights, I have 3 videos that I've done on this topic. You can click here to get caught up. But basically, before we even read this, I will say that just because you buy someone's online course about digital marketing and then have the rights to resell that course to someone else does not, by default, make you an expert in digital marketing. Expertise is something, in my opinion, that is crafted over many years, usually, of education and implementation and learning and actually working in the field, with clients and customers. You don't just buy something and then suddenly consider yourself an expert in that. Like doctors don't graduate medical school and suddenly they're experts in medicine. It's something that is acquired over many years of experience, but I digress. Here's what it reads. It says, starting my digital marketing business just 3 months ago changed my life. I want to show you that it's possible for you too, and give you the one-on-one support to do that. So this person started digital marketing 3 months ago and they're already offering one-on-one coaching. That makes me suspicious. With course enrollment, you're going to get over $1,500 in bonuses, literally biggest promo I've ever run. This includes 4 one-on-one calls with me valued at $1,000, according to who. Only applies to the first 5 people who enroll. My digital launch mega bundle with 8 done-for-you guides that you can make your own and sell for 100% profit, valued at $300, so it is MRR. Lifetime access to my private chat and bi-weekly group calls, valued at $297. Offer ends Sunday at midnight. Be one of the first 5. Okay, as an aside, my advice to anyone who does want to purchase online coaching courses, programs, whatever, be wary of anyone offering lifetime access. I have heard too many times from people who have bought lifetime access to programs, products, services, only to have their lifetime access revoked like 6 months later, a year later. I actually had someone fill out my Google form recently who stated that they paid $4,800, I think it was, for lifetime access, and then the program ended a month later. So just be careful out there. If that's one of the reasons that's really enticing you to join a specific community, lifetime access very rarely means lifetime access. And instead they say it's like the lifetime of the program. So just be aware. Next slide reads, just a few short months ago, I was bringing in 0 income as a new mom. We love when people target new moms. Love this. I started digital marketing out of desperation, honestly, as a total beginner. And since then, I've made almost $25,000. We call this an income claim. I love that for you. I don't share this to brag. Yes, you do, but rather to show you what's possible with consistency and hard work. It is now my heart and my passion to help other women just like me escape the cycle of financial struggles and make money from home. Let me share my top 3 tips with you. Okay, income claim or deceptive marketing is not allowed. As per the FTC, I will pop something up on the screen here. But the reason why people making specific income claims seems really icky to me and to the FTC is that it's basically implying, in my opinion, that this person is saying they made $25,000. The implication is that if I then buy the thing, sign up for the program, potentially, possibly, I will also make $25,000. When the reality is that's probably not likely, especially at this point. Like the MRR market, I think, is quite oversaturated at this point. And yes, there will be people that join now and succeed, but the chances of success are a lot more few and far between than they were maybe, a year ago when this was first sort of rising in popularity. Next slide reads, number 1, you have to, and I mean have to, break up with your bad relationship with money. Listen, prior to starting, I would look at all of these other women having massive success and immediately telling myself it was too good to be true or not possible for me. It wasn't until I fully embraced and if she could do it, why not me mentality that things started to shift. Oh, so you mean once you became delusional and lost your moral compass and decided that it was okay to just scam people, that's when you started to see financial success. Got it. If in the back of your mind you're still telling yourself you won't be successful or that it's too good to be true, I hate to break it to you, but that's exactly what it will be. I am no different than you. Why not you? So many of these people, it seems to me, tend to ignore things like luck and timing and privilege that often are the reasons that result in them being successful in these businesses. But what do I know, right? I just have a bad money mindset and I'm going to be broke forever because I think that this is just too good to be true, apparently. Next, it says you will need to be willing to get uncomfortable. Starting anything new, especially something that has the potential to truly change your life, is not going to happen in your comfort zone. Was investing in a course to learn new skills comfortable when we literally had no money? No. But personally, not taking that leap and continuing to stress over our finances was far more uncomfortable. Okay, this narrative is as old as time. Oh my God, I remember making posts exactly like this when I was a mindset coach back in 2018. This narrative of
Nothing good happens in your comfort zone. If you want to be successful, you have to take risks. You have to do all these scary things.
one thing that I used to always tell my clients is like,
You have to learn how to discern between feeling scared because it's actually like life threatening and feeling scared just because it's uncomfortable, and like closing your eyes and asking your body, like, what kind of scared am I?
and like, I get it. I get that in life there are certain things we have to do that are scary and we have to get uncomfortable sometimes in order to be able to accomplish our goals. But when we're using it in the context to encourage someone to give us their money, to me, it seems a little bit manipulative because there's also like this aspect of shame, I think, when it's framed specifically like this, where they're basically saying,
If you're not going to take the leap, you're going to end up stressing out your finances even more than if you just like got uncomfortable for 5 seconds and paid me all your money and I'll teach you how to get rich.
again, just my opinion, but that's how I personally interpret this. Last slide reads, number 3, you don't have realistic expectations. I didn't make a sale for an entire month. This is not a get rich quick scheme. You're going to have to put in time and work if you want to be successful. I would be curious to know how this person was marketing themselves during that first month when they didn't make any sales, because I know that I featured someone, I don't remember what video it was. If I can remember, I'll link it here. But I featured a screenshot from Threads where this woman was basically saying, like, calling herself a digital marketing expert, but it took her something crazy, like 8 months, I think, before she ever made her first sale. And in that video, I'm just asking, like, how can you be, again, to my original point at the beginning of this video, how can you be an expert in something that you've literally never done? And I see so many of these, master resale rights people, specifically on Threads, with bios on Instagram or on Threads that read, I'll teach you how to make $10,000 a month passively. But then in the same breath, they're saying like, oh, I just made my first sale. Like, how are you teaching me how to do something you've never done? I don't get it. So anyway, I say that to just wonder what her first month was where she said she didn't make any sales. What was she marketing herself as? Because she was probably, again, I'm making this assumption based on what I have seen from other people. My guess is that she was like marketing herself as a passive income mentor, even though she wasn't making any passive income. Which, guys, by the way, I'll pop screenshots up here. I made $10 in passive income yesterday. So if you want to learn how you can get rich, call me. I'll put a sale on for you. But imagine if I would have given up because of not making money right away. I would have missed out on so much abundance that was on its way to me. In the world of online business, you're going to have great months and you're going to have not so great months. This has actually been a slow month for me. That's just the reality.
Guys, I made no money, and then in 2 months I made $25,000, and now the jig is up and I'm not making any money, so I'm actually launching this program because I am desperately in need of a sale. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go get a real job.
Allegedly, in my opinion. But if you're in this for the long game, to build a life you truly love, to spend more time being present with your babies, to be able to make memories without stress of whether or not you can afford it, you'll start and you won't quit. Something about this just comes off to me as like a little bit shamey, especially when she is targeting moms. I myself am not a mother, nor do I ever really intend to be, but I can empathize with people who have children and want to be able to spend time with those children and are basically being told that if you don't buy into the pyramid scheme, you're never going to be able to spend time with your kids. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Okay, last piece of content here is a TikTok video. Again, if you have TikTok videos that you come across that you want me to react to, send them to that form down below, please. Someone did submit this. It says, when people say they're tired of being broke, but they keep spending time doing middle-class things like cleaning their own house. And the caption reads, buy back your time and only spend time doing income-generating tasks. To which I have to say, sure, hire a house cleaner to clean your house. If you have money to hire a house cleaner to clean your house, like what? Somebody commented this and I thought, like, I totally agree. It says, I'm sorry, but this is so tone deaf. Be for real. And then the creator replied, it's okay to have limiting beliefs. And then the commenter replied, it's okay to be tone deaf too, I guess. We love a little passive aggressive moment. But I have to agree. Again, I think that if you have the money and the resources, sure, you can outsource things like cleaning your house or maybe delivering groceries or meal prep services or laundry. Like, I don't know what things you don't want to do that are taking your time away from your ability to build your business. However, to say that the reason why someone is stuck in the middle class, which I mean, we could get into a whole conversation about whether or not the middle class even exists anymore, but to suggest that someone is stuck in the middle class or stuck in the lower class, wherever, isn't rich, basically, because they choose to spend their time cleaning their own house, really, to me, indicates this lack of awareness of the privileges that you have as this individual. Like, do we actually think that the people who don't hire people to clean their house are doing so willingly, even though they can afford it? Like, to me, that doesn't make sense. If I had the money to pay someone to come and clean my house so that I could work on my business, I would pay someone to come and clean my house so that I could work on my business. She's making it sound like a choice when I don't think it is a choice. But maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. What do you guys think? This to me really does seem tone deaf. And to me, it kind of just feeds into the narrative of like,
Everything in life is a choice, and if you feel sad, choose to feel happy, and if you're poor, just become rich instead.
nobody is really choosing their circumstance. They're just trying to make the best of the circumstance that they have, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. You can let me know in the comments. You always do. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for being here. Quick update on the merch. I just got new samples last week in case you didn't watch on stream. Super excited about that. I haven't decided when I'm going to launch it. I could literally just make it public any day. It's print on demand. So let me know when you want to buy your shirts and I'll let you do it. That'll be it for today. Everything I talked about in this video is linked down below. Take care, comb your hair, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!